all goofy sometimes. So, hey guys, anyways, I am Big John at Big Man, Alaska. I live here in Anchorage, Alaska. I have been using the carnivore diet to lose weight for several months. I started some form of the carnivore diet back in September of 2023, and I've just been pretty much just rolling with the punches as it goes. Now, not every single week has been the greatest, but I can tell you what, every single week has been improving in such dramatic ways. I mean, I'm down below 300 pounds and I'm staying there, which is great. The carnivore diet is amazing for staying at a specific weight loss. So if I don't want to practice any type of fasting this week, I can just eat meats and fats. I'm not going to gain any weight. I mean, our weight bounces around between 5 and 6 pounds naturally. A lot of that's just water weight, water retention, stuff like that. I mean, it's just been fantastic for everything all the way around. And I've also found that sardines and eggs are fantastic carnivore type items for fasting mimicking. That's something I've also done. I've posted several videos about egg fast, sardine fast, and also mixing the two together. This current video I just got done recording will be up later this week, or hopefully in the next couple of days. Actually, I recorded two videos. One was my weekly weight loss update of what I am this week right now, and it looks like I've lost consistently about 140 pounds, over the last year. And I'm able to maintain that weight loss and keep it off. And that's the type of stuff that I like to share on my channel, is just realistic, down-to-earth type stuff. There's no fancy lights, no fancy show going on here. I'm just talking about how it's not that hard to lose weight. People that are having problems losing weight usually have a problem with just understanding the basics. That was me. I couldn't understand nothing. I mean, I only thought I knew a little bit about weight loss. I thought I had to go to the gym. I thought I had to exercise. I don't know how many gym memberships I've had throughout the years. What a waste of freaking money. I was just throwing my money down the toilet, running on a treadmill like a freaking gerbil. Doesn't work. Doesn't work. I mean, if you have that in you, that drive to go to work, take care of the family stuff, maybe do laundry, clean up, pick up the dog poop, and then still go to the gym, bravo. I'm proud of you. That's awesome. But the gym life is still a lifestyle change. And that's another thing that's really hard for people to wrap their minds around. Now, the stuff that I talk about is how to lose weight with little to no exercise. The amount of exercise I get is literally from going to work or stuff that I might do from around the house. And I am not an athlete, guys. Not by any means. I'm an average over the road, in town type truck driver. I drive dump trucks. I'm currently working for an environmental service where we haul a lot of trash to the landfill. I'm loading containers. That has gotten me a lot more exercise than anything that I've done so far throughout this weight loss journey. I've gotten more exercise from dropping and hooking trailers, just being realistic here. Also today, yesterday was the first day, so there's this big giant concrete block. I mean, it's pretty tall for me, and I've been in the basic rehabilitation stage from 435 pounds down to my current weight. And I was always looking, I was tempted to try to climb that big giant concrete block. And yesterday I just right over it. I couldn't believe it. My legs just let me do it because right now I'm getting up, down out of the truck several times a day. So that's building my leg muscles. And when you're morbidly obese, it's literally, you have to keep the mindset, you're rehabilitating your entire body. Because your legs are out of shape, your feet hurt, your knees hurt, you got joint pain, you got arthritis. And I'm here to say I'm 50 years old. I am working like I'm 30 years old. I feel like I'm running circles around the 30-year-old people that I'm working around because they're not eating correctly. They feel tired all the time when they show up to work. They're tired. Sometimes they don't come to work on time. And I'm not just talking about my current workplace. I'm talking about all the workplaces I've ever worked at. The 30-year-old type generation right now is extremely sluggish because they're just eating so much garbage type food, overly processed food. They're eating a lot of these bag type chips and snacks. Energy drinks are ruining them. They're going to find out over a period of time, because once I hit 30 years old, my body started changing rapidly. Actually, it started at 25. Between 25 and 35, my body started changing. And that was when food was a little bit healthier at the time. But we still had a lot of unhealthy options out there, especially sugary type options out there. Let's see, Eric, hey, just want to say, hey, we're sitting here in the Costco parking lot. This is actually to Cotonou. It's funny, it's extremely hard to find a quiet place, even in Alaska. And the quietest place is the shopping center before everything opens. There is traffic coming in and out. As you can see, people are heading over here. The movie theater's off to my left. I got a bunch of fast food places right out here in front of me. I'll give you guys a spin around so you can see what the forward view looks like here. But yeah, literally the quietest spot in town is, a strip mall type parking lot. I got a lot of people living in my house right now. So I got all my kids. My son came up from Missouri, so it's incredibly loud there. So my Jeep has been my heaven for trying to create content and recording other videos. Hey there, Shannon Doe, I appreciate you. Let's see, I talk mainly about the carnivore diet, how to lose weight with little to no exercise. I discussed fasting practices and stuff like that. I do all of this on my channel. I have a lengthy playlist of how to lose weight or losing weight in Alaska. And that's the type of stuff that I talk about, because I am not sponsored by anybody. I don't go to the gym. I don't run a lot. I don't walk miles. Just this year, I have actually lost enough weight that I can actually get on a mountain bike and ride. But since work has picked up and I found a really steady job that's working me a lot, I don't have time to get out and do that stuff. I mean, I could be doing it right now, but I need to get out here and discuss this stuff with everybody just so people can be aware that you don't have to be a gerbil on a hamster wheel. I mean, it's just not something that has to be done in order to lose weight. Because when I first started losing weight, I thought I had this mindset wrapped around eat less, move more. I'm sure we've all heard that somewhere just bouncing around the internet. Eat less, move more. Eat less calories. Stay in a calorie deficit. Okay. Well, that doesn't really explain the how-tos, the ins and outs. And that's kind of what I discuss, because I work on a 5-day schedule when it comes to weight loss. If I'm fasting, I focus on 5 days. If I'm not perfect for 5 days, well, guess what? I'll try again next week. I take Saturday and Sunday off as a general rule, and I've been doing that reliably ever since I started this. This is 60 weeks into my weight loss journey, and I'm over 140 pounds down in 60 weeks. I mean, I lost my first 100 pounds in 15 weeks, and I have a video that talks about that as well. I mean, it was mind-blowing. I mean, I thought for sure it was kind of mind-blowing, but it was also heartbreaking because I thought I would have lost that in 14 weeks, but I had a little hiccup there where my weight just stopped right before I lost 100 pounds. So it took me 15 weeks to lose 100 pounds of weight, and that was before I even started doing the carnivore diet. Now, I found that the carnivore diet itself isn't exactly the best diet for weight loss, and that the majority of the carnivores, especially the super morbidly obese people like myself and some others that I talk to from time to time that are doing the carnivore diet, we all practice fasting and for additional weight loss. And then we're using the carnivore diet after that fasting week for weight loss maintenance. And I have eaten up to about 6,000 calories in meat, consecutively, because I'm a glutton for food. I've eaten about 6,000 calories of meat and fats in a week, and I never gained anything. I never lost anything. But I do know some carnivore types that are out there, they have lost a considerable amount of weight just by eating meats and fats, and that's awesome. But it's also hard to imagine, especially if you don't try it. But I also talk to a lot of people like, oh, I can't do that. Well, just recently I've had a few people talk to me about how at work or as a work relationship type thing, because we get into these topics about weight loss and stuff like that, because that's what I do. That's what I talk about even throughout my workday from time to time. And some people have actually tried it. And within the last week or month, people have said that, hey, I've lost 15 pounds. Or somebody's like, hey, I lost 14 pounds. And somebody's like, yeah, I lost 7 pounds. I feel better than I ever had. And we're talking about older gentlemen like myself, and I'm 50 now. And they're also up there in the age range, being 35, 50 years old. Some of them up to 60 years old. And it seems like a lot of the carnivore community that I do just have these discussions with, some of them are anywhere between 70, 80, and I got a couple followers that are about 90 years old. And they're doing extremely well with the carnivore diet because they're cutting out all the nonsense that causes cancer, um, the type 2 diabetes. I have friends that have completely reversed their type 2 diabetes by eating a carnivore diet, because the carnivore diet is a ketogenic diet, and a ketogenic diet has already been proven to help mitigate type 2 diabetes. So, I mean, there are answers out there that don't require a lot of medication. I always say, follow your doctor's instructions, but eat better. Learn more. If you learn more about the foods you're eating and you're actually eating better, you're learning how to read ingredients, you can totally change your life. Because I was a CPAP user until 3-4 months ago. I can't remember now. The time just flies by as you start healing yourself and you start getting back to normal. Also, before I started the carnivore diet, I wasn't able to string together a complete sentence without a lot of awkward pauses, ums and ahs. I would just be like sitting there like, I don't even know why I even came out here to talk. And I gotta shut my mic off because I'm not using it anymore. Like I said, I just got done recording 2 different videos that I'm going to have posted up this week, and I hope people take a chance to take a good look at them. Hey there, I appreciate you. Hey, Mickey, I appreciate you subbing there. Yeah, I really don't come out and beg for subs anymore, because if people really want to know, how to lose weight with no exercise, that you don't need to ask for subs. I mean, if people are sitting there playing phones on, phone games and stuff like that at home, sitting at the kitchen table, that's how I lost the majority of my weight, was just sitting at the kitchen table on my phone, researching all kinds of different stuff about health, nutrition, how ketosis works, different types of fasting practices, how that works. And then I just started picking a fast, and then I would implement it. And I learned a lot about myself. I learned that I don't need to constantly eat throughout the day. It's just bullcrap. We thought 3 meals a day was what was taught to us, and what's still being taught to most people is that breakfast is the most important meal of the day. It is the most important meal of the day. It's the most important meal to avoid, because breakfast is typically where we ruin any chance that we could have at potential weight loss. Our morning coffee is another one. That's the perfect opportunity for ruining any chance of losing weight throughout the day, especially if we're just sitting there on the couch or watching TV or just hanging out with friends, playing video games, watching movies and stuff like that. That's not an active lifestyle. And one thing I've found out is, what did I do, today to deserve to eat? That's another part of the lifestyle change and mentality I wrap my mindset around. It's like, well, if I didn't do anything today, do I require 3 meals a day? And even if I do go out and do stuff today, do I really require the calories from 3 specific meals throughout the day, plus snacking in between? If you're not doing anything, you don't deserve those type of calories, is my point. And I learned that about myself, is I didn't need that much food. That's what fasting taught me. Taking away food altogether, I found out I was just fine. I was healing. I was losing a ton of water weight. The inflammation was going down drastically fast. My first ever fast that I did was a 5-day water fast. It sounds mind-boggling even today. And I haven't really done another solid 5-day water fast since then. I've done, 3-4 days. 5 days sucks. And I'm just going to be honest, I did not like it that much. Although when I got to day 3 with no food, now I'm just drinking water and taking vitamins in the morning and my electrolytes throughout the day, and that's all I was consuming, I lost 30 pounds, 430 pounds. In 5 days, I went down to 405 pounds in 5 days. That was where everything opened for me. That's where I was like, I was already doing YouTube videos. I was doing YouTube videos about shopping. And part of my obesity problem was the fact that I was doing shopping videos. I was also buying a lot of prepping type supplies and, shelf stable foods, but I was eating out of my prepping pantry, which a lot of that stuff is already processed and lasts a long time, but it's not exactly healthy type food items. So But when I realized, like, oh, hey, I just lost 30 pounds doing a 5-day water fast, and I didn't really do a lot except for just do the water fast for 5 days. I thought that was important to share with people. I wanted to get that information out there, and that's still what I'm trying to do till this day. I don't have any official training in health. I don't have any official training in nutrition. I'm not a doctor. I don't tell people what to do. I will say what I'm doing from my experience and how it works. It's just mind blowing how easy weight loss can be. But all right, we got a very slow stream this morning. I really should get home and start working on this video because this is my only day off throughout the week. And I'm just here to talk about, the carnivore type diet and that type of stuff. But it's a beautiful day here in Alaska, if anybody cares. Just enjoying the day. All right, guys. I am going to cut out here and head home, get to work on this so I can actually do stuff throughout the day. I'm also going to hopefully try to figure out, the wife's going to go fishing today, so I want to get with her. And also I got some shopping to do mixed in with everything else, upon everything else. Great times. I got to get that done. And I start work at 5 in the morning tomorrow, and I do that throughout the week. And hopefully I'll have some more weight loss next week. But this week was a fasting mimicking type week. I was eating eggs and sardines. My typical day was anywhere between 9 eggs to 6 eggs. And then I was eating a single can of sardines throughout the entire week. That video will be posted later on, and I did have some weight loss there. It wasn't the best week because I did have a little bit of a hiccup before, it started last weekend. So everything just got a little weird from there. And then I'm starting to feel much better now. So that's super important to mention. But all right, guys, I just wanted to thank you for dropping in. If you guys click on this after the fact, I appreciate you for watching the entirety of it. And as always, I hope to see you in this week's videos. And I enjoy reading and talking and responding to all of your comments. We're going to fumble our buttons on out of here.